What's up, collective? It's your girl, Savy from Savy, Sentient, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is a timeless reading and it is not sign specific, so if it resonates, it was meant for you. Disclaimer before we get into this video, this is not, and I repeat, not a love and light channel. If you are looking for sunshine and rainbows, goody goody gumdrops and whatnots, this is not the place for you. If you are looking for a reader who's going to lie to you and tell you whatever it is that you want to hear, again, this is not the place. However, if you are looking for the truth, served straight up, just like the libations that we pour for our ancestors, this is a place and I am your girl. So welcome. If you are here and you are new here, welcome. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. You are a real one for making it through the disclaimer. If you are not new, you've been a real one and I appreciate you, okay? All the information you need to know about me, how to book, Patreon channel membership, the cards used in this reading is all linked in the description box below, including where I get my drip. And let's go ahead and get right on into your reading. So this week, when I asked Spirit what it is that they would like me to talk to you all about, they gave me these messages that I'm going to read to you all. But what it feels like is like a piggyback off of last week's reading. So last week's reading was about embracing your power. Like now is the time to embrace your gifts because of what is, on the horizon for the collective. I feel like these messages were given to you all this week because some of you all may be wanting to do just that, embrace your gifts, but you're not really sure how, okay? So these messages are what was brought to me by Spirit. They said to speak to you all about your connection to your ancestry and to your bloodline, that your power, that your gifting is literally contained within your blood, okay? It comes from your bloodline. They said that there's a need for you all to connect to your ancestors in order to live a life to your highest potential. That now is the time for you all to do these things, to make these connections with your ancestors, because the veil between the land of the living and the land of the dead, the ancestral realm, is extremely thin and will continue to be all the way up through and even past Halloween, okay? So in addition to that, with Neptune being in retrograde right now, psychic gifting, these kind of powers, these kind of abilities are now being very much supported. You may have noticed that your dreams are extremely vivid right now, that you remember them more, that if you are aware of your psychic gifts or if you have been able to use them, that it may be happening a bit easier for you. Some of you all may be accidentally, doing things having to do with your gifts. That's all because of every energy involved right now. The Neptune retrograde, the veil being very thin, all of that is playing a big part in how you're using your gifts, even if by accident right now, okay? And finally, they said to let you all know that your spiritual gifts are being discovered and evolving at this time because of all of the energies. So if you all have been aware of certain gifts, they may be evolving, and you may also be discovering that there's new gifts, okay? So how do you connect to your ancestors? There are several ways to do this. One would be altar work. And if you're not familiar with like how to build an altar and all of those things, I will put a link in the video here somewhere. Also, meditation, learning how to meditate, getting into meditative stages or into trance stages helps them connect to you very easily. Also, the period in between sleep and waking, whether it's when you're waking up or when you're on your way to sleep, is one of the most delicate times and one of the most, I don't want to say influential. What is the word I'm looking for? Optimal. One of the most optimal times to connect with your ancestors and dream work. So when you are in that stage, okay, either right before you go to sleep, before you get in the bed, or while you're actually like drifting, ask your ancestors to connect with you then, so that they can leave you messages and connect to you through your dreams. Okay, a good way to get into this stage, if you're not, familiar with that, is to try teas. Okay, so mugwort tea, lavender tea, teas that are made from other herbs that create a sedative effect that make you relax before you go to sleep. Once you take these things, immediately lay down, drink the tea, lay down. While you're laying there, speak to your ancestors and tell them what it is that you want to see happen in your dream state. Practice this every night, okay? It may not happen immediately, but it'll happen. And then finally, don't negate the fact that some of you all, a lot of you all, have ancestors that are still alive, okay? So talk to your living ancestors about your lineage, about your history, about any magic that may be in the family. If you're coming from a very religious background, they may not be so ready to talk to you about magic and things like that, but talk to them about your religious background. A lot of what looks like Christianity, especially in Black and Latino cultures, is very much magic and not Christianity at all. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, and let's see what other messages Spirit has for you tonight. Okay, so we're going to start with an overall energy, please, Spirit. What is the overall energy of this message for the collective as it pertains to today's message? We have the star. So the star is all about hope, healing, wishing upon a star, and wishes coming true. Okay, it is about destiny as well. All right. So good energy to start with. I'm actually going to use the Hoodoo deck again today. With that star energy, being about destiny, being about like hope, hopefulness, healing, I really feel like that plays into, everything that we're talking about today, because I feel like some of you don't really, while you want to believe in magic, while you want to believe in these abilities, some of you all are experiencing blockages because you are trying to make sense out of something that kind of dismisses logic, right? Magic is not something that makes sense in the logical world. And we've touched on this in last week's reading as well. Like, a lot of things are placed into TV and movies so that you, when you see it show up for you in, the real world, it's like, this is not possible. I must be going crazy because this doesn't exist. This is fiction, right? So I feel like some of you all are experiencing a blockage in embracing your gift because part of you feels like it's impossible. So with the star energy, I'm kind of feeling this message of believe in the impossible, even if logically you can't make sense of it. All right, so what messages do we have, Spirit? Mother of Sticks and the Six of Sticks. So I'm getting that with the Mother of Sticks and the Six of Sticks, that there's already a very successful I don't want to say a witch. Everyone doesn't identify with the term witch, but witch, priestess, mumbo. But there's already a maternal figure in your family who is very well versed in whatever this gifting is that you have. There's someone who's been very successful, someone who already acknowledges and recognizes their power, that I feel like if they're alive, you need to be connecting to them. You need to be getting closer to them, having discussions with them about the family's lineage. Or if they are not, this is an ancestor that you can create an altar to that can help you in the physical realm, okay? Tell me more. We have dim bones in the reverse. So dim bones is the judgment card, okay? So the card of judgment is a card of awakening, okay? It's a card of using your best judgment as well. And I'm really feeling the awakening energy. Some of you all, let's clarify them bones in the reverse. Yeah. Some of you all are still asleep. Some of you all haven't been awakened, okay, with the paw energy. And it's just like I was saying, like some of you all are overthinking it, trying to make sense out of something that doesn't make sense. Some of you all are literally afraid of what you may be capable of. And I feel like it's not a fear of not being able to, but it's fear because you may have seen what, certain people of your family have been capable of. You may have heard stories and you are afraid that you may have like the same destiny as them, or you may have seen these gifts being used in a negative way, or you may have seen there be some type of retaliation to these people for having these gifts, being shunned from the family, being shunned from a town, a village, or something like that. And it's because of the fear of what could happen if you live in your truth that you don't embrace your truth. You don't embrace your gifts. Okay. Daughter of Knives. The Daughter of Knives is the Knight of Swords. So fast-moving communication, fast-moving action. In this specific deck, she's actually a medium and she's receiving messages from the spiritual world. I feel like your ancestors are asking you to not be afraid. Those who were shunned, those who were punished for having gifts, they're asking you to not be afraid. And I feel like that's because we are currently in a completely different time. We are in a different space. Magic is becoming more acceptable, more common. Psychic gifts are becoming more common. And this is the result of like the 5D, us merging into the 5D, okay? Us being so close to the non-physical realms. Like it's all becoming one, like the lines between the two realms are being blurred now. And a lot of what wasn't acceptable in your ancestors' day, a lot of what may have even gotten them killed, hurt, harmed, shunned, is now becoming the norm. So I feel like this is a message from your ancestors saying there's nothing to fear anymore. To get out of your head. Let us work with you. Two of Baskets. We want to work with you. We want to support you in your journey towards your gifts, in your journey towards embracing your magic. All right, tell me more, Spirit. 10 of Knives. All right. So the Ten of Knives is a painful ending. So I feel like this kind of confirms that you have seen like negative results come from people using their magic. Tell me more about that. In this particular card, I guess the minister was a root worker and he was attacked by members of the congregation because they believed that he was responsible for whatever happened to a member of the congregation. But we do have the free man, which is spirit saying, your ancestors saying, that's the past. This is a new beginning. This is a clean slate. And with this being a major arcana, it's saying like, yeah, this is messed up. That's messed up that happened. But this is a lower arcana. This is 10 of Swords energy. This is minor compared to what's, coming up. This new cycle is a major cycle. What's happening for the collective is major. And we need you to take a leap of faith. We need you to embrace your gifts without fear. Know that we are here to support you. Know that we are here whispering in your ear, giving you the answers, giving you the cheat codes. Okay? So there's nothing for you to fear here. We got you, is what they're saying. Tell me more. What's happening after the free man? So you can come out of conflict now with the 5 of Sticks. There's nothing to be worried about anymore. Black Hermit, the Magician. It's time to wield your magic. All right, it's time to manifest. With the big house, I feel and I have felt for some time that the collective embracing their magic is going to be the undoing of a lot of what's happening in the world today. And this is why your ancestors want you to do your part. They want you to take a leap of faith. They want you to understand, like, we're here with you. We got you. This is something that you need to do. You're a part of something that's way bigger than yourself. And you have to go into this fearlessly. But just know that you are supported. Tell me about the big house. Yeah. Mother of Baskets. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so the Tower to me represents the state of the world, okay? There's an undoing that is happening right now within the world. And the Mother of Baskets is the healer. So I feel like with the Tower energy, being an energy that is about a fall, paired with the Mother of Baskets, she's going to heal. It's like she's like the cleaner, the healer after the war, okay? She's wanting to heal the earth, to clear the mess after the tower falls. Clearing the mess after the tower falls. And she's like asking you to come with her, like, be a part of this. Be a part of the new earth, okay? Come do this with me. Come help me heal this. But the only way to help her is to fully embrace your gifts. Any last messages from the tarot? We have the Father of Coins, the Eight of Baskets. Aquarius. Dang. All right. So I feel like with this message, we have the Father of Coins, which is someone who is very loyal, very dependable, very trustworthy. Someone who is likely been in your life for a very long time, along with the Eight of Baskets. The Eight of Baskets is a card of walking away from what's not serving. But in this particular deck, he has been hot-footed, okay? So there's hot foot powder on the ground that he walks on. And if you know anything about hoodoo, hot foot powder like sends things away that you don't want to be there. Okay, so what I'm feeling with these two cards, though, is that Spirit is essentially telling you that it's decision time. Will you stay or will you go? Will you embrace your gifts and help the collective and fight? Or will you turn your back? Will you walk away? Will you be a coward? Will you be afraid? With John Horus present, the Emperor energy, this is like boss up time. Like, ooh, I just heard, how does that saying go? Shit or get off the pot. Shit or get off the pot. And like, that's very much the energy that Spirit has been carrying as it pertains to the collective lately. There are a lot of people who are very fearful of their gifts. There are a lot of people who don't want to do the shadow work associated with their spiritual growth. And Spirit needs for so many people to be activated, to ascend, to fully embrace their gifts, that it's become impatient, right? So instead of like holding your hand and, oh, it's okay, take your time, like Spirit's like, nah, embrace this shit or no, okay? Because we have important things to do and we don't have time to wait for you to I don't know, maybe one day. It's like everybody who's ready, they taking y'all. Everybody who's ready, they it's 0 to 100 real quick, real fucking quick. Like, and if you're not, if you're hesitant, if you're doubtful, if you're afraid, if whatever your damage is, whatever it is that's preventing you from fully embracing the path, Spirit's just like, we don't got time, and they're moving on. So I don't know what the effects of being left behind are going to be, and I'm definitely not trying to fearmonger to you all. But what I am saying is that Spirit is fully embracing, fully protecting, fully supporting anyone who is down, anybody who is ready, anybody who's wanting to embrace their gifts and ride for the cause, okay? The cause is a better world, is a better place for us to exist. I don't know if y'all looked around lately, but it's not that cute out here, okay? So let's go ahead and get you all some African goddesses. Let's see which African goddesses would like to speak to the collective if I don't sling them all across the land. Okay. Which African goddess or goddesses would like to speak to the collective at this time? Bitch. I mean, y'all are gonna be just as tickled as me. Let me show y'all what y'all's card is. Okay. One moment. Un momento, por favor. Because you can never make this up. Ever, ever, ever. So her name is Queen Queen Ya Asantewa, and she is the goddess of leveling up. Spirit said level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. And she's from the Temple of Queens. The Temple of Queens in this deck are insightful historic rulers. The Temple of Queens aligns with your third eye, and the energetic color frequencies are indigo and purple. Okay? Queen Ya Ashantawa was a mother, farmer, and warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the region's Kra, life force energy. Queen Ya Ashantawa's guidance says, raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Hello. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. The embodiment says it's time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. The Goddess Declaration says divine timing is on my side. And hello, first of all, level up. Don't be scared. Get your magic on. Get your psychic gifting on. Get ready to ride with the collective. Okay, help raise the frequency of the collective so we can make this ghetto ass earth that we live on a better place for us to live on. Okay, and about this divine timing, I don't know if y'all notice, some of you all who are more new to spirituality, new to embracing your gifts, may not have noticed, but those of us who have been walking in our paths, like embracing our magic, embracing our gifts, you may have noticed that the speed in which you are granted new gifts, or the speed in which your gifts are developing, are faster than they have ever been. And that has everything to do with what's happening with the collective. That has everything to do with this mission that we are all on to save humanity, save the earth. Okay, so let's keep going with the advice. I feel like something's missing. I don't know if there's more messages. Something just feels incomplete. I don't know. What is the advice here? So we have the devil in the reverse with the moon card, and I'm getting a feeling of like procrastination. Okay, I'm getting a message about, with the devil and the moon card, Spirit needs you to unlearn the toxic and negative stereotypes, tropes. They need you to unlearn these things that are connected to spirituality. Some of you all are still very much indoctrinated, even though you are trying to separate yourself from that indoctrination, from that upbringing in the church, from that upbringing in, whatever Abrahamic religion. Some of you all still think that your gifts are something negative, something of the devil, something, that it's not. So Spirit is telling you that you have to let go of what you've been taught, because a lot of what you've been taught about you, about what you are capable of, is false. It's negative, and it's becoming a blockage in your spiritual journey. And as soon as you are able to release this negative way of thinking in association with you, because essentially you're saying that you're evil, you're bad, you're negative, because these are things that come natural to you. These are things that you are born with. These are things that, like I said, are passed down through your bloodline. So whether or not your ancestors, your mother, your grandmother, whoever chose to accept it or not, it is something that is your destiny. It is something that is your nature. Okay? So disconnect that negative thought process in association with your gifting, because essentially you are calling yourself evil. You're calling yourself negative, dark, ugly, whatever the case is. And it's that very thing that has created the blockage for you, that's making it difficult for you to embrace your gifts. Okay? So definitely shadow working that. Shadow working why you have these beliefs. And one question that I feel needs to be asked is, what's the worst thing that could happen truly if you embrace your gifts? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Speaking from experience, while life has changed upon embracing my gifts, I can honestly say that it's gotten better. Okay? When you embrace your own power, that is an improvement. Instead of being a sheep, instead of being a slave to something outside of yourself. That's religion, whether that's government, whether that's society. Embracing your own power creates independence within you. Okay? So there's a need to have balance, to find a balance between these negative beliefs that you have and the truth of who you are. And the Two of Pentacles energy also speaks about prioritizing. And I feel like this is a message that you need to prioritize that truth. Prioritize who you are. Prioritize your gifts, your magic, your lineage, your destiny over everything. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, which is asking you to make a choice. Several times you've been told to make a choice. Shit or get off the pot. All right? Come out of this fear. Come out of this indecision. Come out of this, I want to say, incomplete judgment, or this lack of judgment about who you truly are. It really feels, for a lot of you, it's fear. It's fear that's keeping you from doing this. But there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. It's time to level up, y'all. It's time to level up. All right, so let's get your postcard from Spirit, and I will wrap it on up for you. And your postcard from Spirit says, Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul, check in with your spirit, and keep going. Spirit loves you, life loves you, and we love you. So again, they're saying all of this is destined. All right, all of this has to happen. And if you don't want to get left behind, if you don't want to be the punk ass who was too scared to embrace their gifts, if you want to do something to help the collective, like y'all look around, y'all see what we dealing with. Okay, if you want to be a part of the change, the easiest way to do that is to embrace your gifts, connect with your ancestors, connect with your bloodline, create your altar, speak to your living ancestors, and don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear. You should be afraid of not embracing your gifts, of being left to the devices of whoever else is going to be, in charge because you chose to not take charge of your own life. Okay? So anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Sorry if this reading was a little whatever. The energy to me is very weird today. I don't know if y'all feel it too, but it's a weird energy today. But I hope that this message was received, and I hope that you move forward unafraid. Okay, so that is all I have for you all. As usual, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If this resonated for you in any way, please let me know in the comments below. And please, that's it. I thought I had more to say. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Like, share, subscribe. And as usual, I wish you all love and light. Now, go get right. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.